Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to Soul Tales podcast with your friend Ankita Juneja. In today's episode, I'm gonna share with all of your interesting insight which I just received. I was just thinking like what I should talk with all of you about, and I was reflecting something with my own life, and I just realized like this could be a great learning, and I can just share it with all of you. So, what I was telling to myself is, Ankita, that sometimes whatever you desire in life, whatever you think in your life, you just think from a limited perspective. You just want to achieve certain things based upon your logic and based upon your experience. But then I just recalled something from my own life, and I was like, I have never even thought about like this could be even better. I could achieve even more than what I have thought. And I just felt like let's talk something about on those lines today. Friends, many times we have certain desires in our life. We want to achieve certain things in life, and we are so attached to that outcome that we just want certain things in certain ways. And I have also been in that place. So that's a human tendency, I would say, that we want to know everything and we want to know where life is headed. But I just feel and I just believe, and I want to share it from my own experience, that sometimes that's not how life goes. Rather, most of the time life doesn't goes that way. The more you're aware and conscious, you will see that certain things are beyond your own control. When you learn to surrender, when you just let things unfold for you, you will see that you will be doing things beyond your own imagination. Because understand one thing, whatever we desire in our life, it's somewhere based upon what we see, what we consume, and what we have learned up until now. But as you will expand your own learning, you will see that there are more things that you can achieve. But that will only happen when you allow things to unfold for you. If you become so impatient and if you want certain things the way you want it, I feel somewhere that you might miss on the golden opportunities as well. Because what I have seen is, when I was doing certain things in my life, I just wanted things in that particular manner. I wanted just that particular thing. I was so attached to that thing. Obviously, those things did not work out, but I realized how small I was playing in my own life. It's like you're settling for breadcrumbs when you're meant to have a big bite. Entire bread is yours, but you are just hoping that okay, even if I get breadcrumbs, I will be fine. No, you are meant for something bigger. You're not meant to settle any less than you deserve in life. And for those things to happen in your life, you have to give certain things space, and you have to take space to dream even bigger in life. Because I have seen around me as well, certain things are not happening for people, and I am part of their life and I'm listening to their stories. So I'm sharing with all of you as well. I don't want to pinpoint anyone out here, but I am seeing that certain things are not working out for certain people. Why? Because they are not understanding their strength. They are not seeing that what they are up for next moving forward is much bigger than what they can even think. And I am able to see this and relate to it because I was also in this place where they are today. And as you all know that I mostly share my life experience and what I see things around, I am seeing this as a big curve around me as well, that there are shifts happening in people's life, but for that they have to trust the process. I was also getting very impatient when I was in this pause and when I was going through it. But certain things you cannot expedite the process. There are certain things that you need to learn so that you can be of better service and you know what your values are. When certain things were happening in my life, I just felt like why I'm going through all this, why I have to go through all this. But today when I connect the dots backward, I feel like okay, it was for a reason, and that's the reason I'm able to see that okay, my friends, my people are also going through this thing, and I'm able to empathize with them, I'm able to guide them because I have been in that place firstly, and second, I can see from an outsider as an observer that there are certain shifts that's gonna take place in their life. Why? Because that's a pattern. When we see that things are not working for us, because there is a transitions that happening in your life. Up until now you might be working in that particular field, that particular genre, but you have outgrown. Understand one thing, our life is a journey. I'm assuming you all agree with me on this part. If life is a journey, there will always be advancement in our journey. We are never in the same age. That's how we celebrate our birthday as well, right? We just don't celebrate one. we keep on increasing as the year goes, right? Similarly, as those years are passing by, you are somewhere maturing based upon your experience, and life is always giving us experience whether you see it or not. We are daily and regularly learning. There is always that learning curve. In that case, as you are growing, as your soul is learning lessons, it is advancing. Before, we used to go to school, we slowly moved to college, we slowly graduated, we moved to job, we moved to masters. Slowly you might have started your business, you might be expanding. This is how the journey has been, right? Even when you do the business, even when you do anything in your life, there are changes which is always taking place in life, and you will see that you are not like in a school, right? You have outgrown that part of your life. Similarly, in whatever phase of your life you are at the moment, you are seeing that thing, the shift, the changes, the blockages, because now you have outgrown that part of your life. Now you are meant to do something else. And I have seen in my life as well, I don't think there is only one thing we are over here to do. We are here for a lot of things. We are here to experience and play with lot of things, experiment with lot of things, and I think we have multiple purpose. Today I'm doing podcast and YouTube. I might do something else tomorrow. You never know where my life will take as well. As long as this is part of my journey today, my part of dharma today, I'm doing it. I don't know where I will be tomorrow. Will I keep on doing this? I don't really think so, because there is always shift that is happening. This is for sure a part of my journey. This is a path maybe to find another part. And the reason I'm saying this is because I am seeing I'm enjoying this part of my life as well. I am feeling good to help others, to guide others, and as long as it's a part of my journey, my part of dharma, I'll keep on doing. But it will for sure navigate, because you are not supposed to do one thing. And also I'm saying this based upon, I started with architecture, I moved for my masters, and after that I realized I'm getting into holistic design, I'm getting into alternate therapies, I am getting into occult. There were a lot of things I was doing simultaneously, but that was a path to come to this point where I am able to relate with people, where if I'm saying something, it connects with people, it makes sense to people. Why? Because that was a part of process. I have gone through so many things, I have learned so many things along the way. That's why I'm able to share it with all of you. Similarly, whatever you're learning, wherever you're guided to learn, understand that's a part of process, and you cannot escape that process, because if you escape that number and you try to jump, you will see you have to come back because you have not learned your lesson. So whenever you see that you are in certain phase where you are experiencing certain things, I totally get you, friends. I have been there, and that's not like I won't be there again. Whenever I will transition again, I know I have to go through that process again, because that's how you find your answer. It's not something outside that you will gain your clarity. I am just here to share the experience so that it can help you, but that's your individual journey. I can just guide you, I can just tell you like, okay, this has happened with me and this is how you navigate. That's purely your journey, and that might be different for all of us. What I have experienced, you might not have same experience, but I think you might get some clarity from this episode, that you will know like, okay, it's normal whatever you're going through. It's not like, universe is against you. Don't ever think that God is against you. Why will God do that to you? Tell me one thing. Universe also want you to achieve lot of things. That's why that desire is inside of you. The moment you realize this power, that no, that God, that creator has given you this insight to achieve and do things, you will never ever think that God is against you. Understand one thing. No one have the same capacity, the same desire which you have. Whatever you are desiring in your life, that's totally your desire, your dreams. I might not be even interested in the things that you are doing, and that goes vice versa as well. You might not be interested in doing the things that I am doing. Why? Because that's probably not my part of journey and your part of journey. You have your own unique role to play in this world, and you are given those desire for a reason. We think that we are creating. When I was not walking in this path, when I was not so awake, and when I was not in this spiritual journey, I used to feel like, I am doing. But later on I realized, no, I'm not even doing anything. It's just the source who is, helping me do that thing. I just know by now I'm just a medium who is taking action, and all that insight are just given by the source, that universe, whatever power you believe in. Understand one thing, we are just a tiny dot. unless that desire is given to you by the creator, unless you don't receive that energy, that power to do those things, you won't be able to do that. And this I can say you rest assured, based upon my experience. The time I try to control things, that moment I say like it should be this way, I see that nothing works out in my favor. Definitely my part is to take action towards the guidance, towards the calling which I'm having, towards the insight I'm getting. But by now, in this 30 years of my life, I'm totally convinced that whatever desires you have, it is because it's part of your purpose, it's part of your dharma. It might not happen immediately because you are not dying today. Understand one thing, you have your journey and a role to play in this universe as well. So it's a long term process. You might not see the result and doing everything all together, but if you have certain desire, a strong calling to do something, it's for a reason. And I see like there are friends in my life who are so inclined toward film industries and media, and frankly speaking, I have least interest in those things. Why? Because that's probably not part of my life. And similarly, I am more inclined toward spirituality. They have little bit of it, but they are not deeper into it. And I totally understand, because we all have different desire and dreams to fulfill. If everyone is doing the same thing, that will not work as an ecosystem. Understand that. So whatever desires you have, it's for a reason, and you are chosen for that thing. And the moment you start surrendering and trusting the process, it will make your process lighter. I can rest assure you that thing. But for that, you have to believe in yourself, you have to believe in universe, that it's not you who's creating, and universe is always helping you do that. The moment you start shifting your consciousness this way, you will definitely see progress in your journey. I was seeing like when things were not working, we see that universe is against us, and my friends were also saying this thing. I know where it's coming from, because when things doesn't go the way we want, we assume that. I can just say it has to be other way. You have to trust and you have to believe that universe is always supporting me. That's how you will gain your power and clarity that yes, what next to be done. So my friends, I have this for you in today's episode, and I hope I have made sense and this episode has helped you. And today, as a journal prompt, I want to give you this exercise to do with yourself. And the first journal prompt is, what are the things that universe is guiding you to take action? It could be anything. You might be guided to take certain course. Just write it down so that you will see that where your interests are taking you. And the reason I said you to do this is because the second prompt for all of you is, write down what are the action that you can take based upon the interest that universe is guiding you, so that you can move forward into the third step to execute it. And just see like if you do this thing, how it will impact your life and life of others. Because what happens is, when we are just doing things based upon our life, we are limited. But when we are doing it for others, that's where we see grand thing happening in life. So the third journal prompt is, write down how you can help with the qualities, the interest, or whatever your learning is to others, so that it will inspire you to take action. So these are the 3 journal prompts. I really want you to do this exercise with yourself, and let me know in the comment section, was this exercise helpful to you? And I'm sure as you do this thing, it will give you clarity to move towards the thing that your soul is desiring you to walk upon. So friends, I hope this episode was helpful to you some way or the other. Let me know, what do you think about this episode? I'm always looking forward to read your comments and connect with you. So feel free to send your feedback. I hope this episode was helpful to you some way or the other. I will see you in my next one. Sending you away lots of love and light. Signing off from my side. Until next time. Bye-bye.